And we all know that there's going to be an increasing demand of seafood, right? But where is it going to come from? Well, it's going to come from other places. And you know, Michael and I always, Michael Summers and I always have provocative. We've had him from the day he started to forever. Well, these provocative arguments. He's not a big fish farming guy, but he'll fly something from Tanzania to serve in his restaurant. Says, Mike, come on. What about the carbon footprint? Let's talk about things holistically. It's just very funny how people choose to include things that they kind of fits their own clip. Like it's pretty normal, but it's kind of funny. But it is a crime that we do not have more of an aquaculture present. At least to try it, at least to be the leader in the world. We should be the leader in the world in fish farming, oyster farming. Even Jerry knows very well some oyster farmers down in Carlsbad Aqua Farms, and they unfortunately have had some issues with the waters. The waters down there have been higher by 20 degrees the last like 4 or 5 weeks. Very frustrated. They've not been able to harvest any oysters because the water's been too warm. From my perspective, I say, Tom, that's really good because that means your oyster's getting larger, which our customers, our guests like a lot better. He'll sell them, he just won't sell them as quickly. But that's really it. I mean, you got Hog Island up north, we got a mussel farm with Bernard Friedman in Santa Barbara. But that's really it. We got, I think there's like 1,000 miles of potential coastline in the state of California. We actually have, there's a guy, oh gosh, I know his name from SC, Dennis, the oyster guy, I'll think of his name, but he has through satellite imaging, he's able to pick great places to...
Dale Keeper,
yeah, thanks, Dale Keeper. Where he's able to like pick great places for aquaculture. We, believe it or not, have the absolute richest, best coastline in the world for aquaculture. And yet we don't even like talk about it. We can't get to first base. And that is very frustrating. This is also something that these guys throw a precautionary principle, right? Let's go ahead and let's put something out there that's going to stop the discussion right away. And we wouldn't have anything cool if we had even like a precautionary principle. It just is very frustrating. The reason why I put this up here is because I don't know what everybody's been here is politically in the room. But I will tell you that embracing aquaculture is a great thing for everybody. It is I'm only talking about doing it in the right way. I think we can lead the pack, lead the world in it. And we need to eliminate all these impediments that our politicians, whether it be the Coastal Commission or what have you, throw in front of us. It's something we should take a look at. Again, all those countries that are embracing it, they are at least as environmentally and sustainably sensitive as we are. They're embracing it. Why the hell aren't we embracing it? Very, very good question. So, I thought I'd open it up for questions also, if anybody had any questions about it.
I just have a question. I used to work in a restaurant and dealt with a lot of customers asking about where the product came from. And we did have some farm-raised options and also some wild-caught stuff. But in our menu, it would say farm-raised, and people would automatically go back to the farms where dirt is, and it's like dirty. And I'm wondering if like changing the verbiage on your menu might change people's perspective. If you strike farm raised from your menu, put aquaculture, or like.
So we have farmed on there purposely because we embraced. You know, we about 9 years ago, one of the meetings we had at the group, they actually challenged me at dinner. And I bought the dinner, and they still challenged me. They challenged the dinner, and they said, "Why don't you guys?" Because we were talking about all the produce and everything was farmed. And I said, you know, I'm going to make a decision right now that we will put wild or farmed in front of every one of our menu items. Not only that, but we also made a decision. Our company's always done this. Where provenance is very important. Provenance is where the whole thing comes from. You know, it's farmed white shrimp. You know, we call it what it is. And I will tell you what, everything in our menu is not perfect, but it's good enough. In my mind, my total that I've gone to, it is good enough. We had a funny thing happen with Dennis Hedgecock, who's one of the smartest oyster guys in the world. Had his students do they came and took some samples where they tested the fish to make sure it was what it was. And he called me up and he said, everything checked out, but I want you to know that one thing was very interesting. And that's what we're talking about. And he said, well, your sea bass was actually a large Jewfish, which is the largest size of the sea bass, 300, 400, 500 pounds. And it's illegal as hell, right? And I go, well, you gotta be like kidding me. And so I called the purveyor and he goes, oh yeah, our guy from Mexico told us he thought it might have been, but wasn't real sure. That's what, and really, we're concerned about that, and it really pissed me off. I told him, I said, that can never happen again. And that's somebody that works really hard on making sure that what we say it is, it is. And and it drives my menu guys crazy. I mean, we had 8 or 9 different salmons this year. So when the river changes, man, we change the river. When our black cod, we go back and forth between more of a black cod, Alaskan black cod, sablefish, and Washington State. We're changing. We change it as often as every day if possible, or if we have to, making sure that the nomenclature is correct. And that in itself is a high enough bar, and you guys should really want that. I mean, that's like one thing that's so frustrating is that there's a concept called California Fish Grill. You guys eating there? Really, really good price value, but I got to tell you, in fact, one of the big investment firms, Carl Riley, who's a big investment firm, bought into them, and I shared it with the chairman. I said, you've got to be really careful, because every time I go in there, they say the product's fresh. And they haven't bought a fresh product in a long time. Most of it's frozen. And that's really bad for our industry, because they're saying that it's fresh, they're getting a high hydration in the guest minds of it being fresh. And that is really bad. That's not fair. It's not fair to the guys that work their ass off on trying to provide great quality fresh product. And we do some frozen product, but it just isn't fair. And those are things that I think the population should be really concerned about. Besides making sure that what you're eating is actually what they say it is. Because there's a lot of stuff that goes on that. It could be brown shrimp, it could be white shrimp. We had to buy some shrimp from India, some India white shrimp. Because the farms got white spot disease a couple years ago. That's the only product we could get. We went through it as quickly as can be, but I put it on the menu and said, you know what, we need to name it. It's all we could find at the time, other than $3 or $4 a pound, and it was during this recession. We just couldn't do it. And the product was great. Our testing, when we look at product, we cut products all the time. And when we see our product, it's called finger pack. That's where the shrimp are uniformly packed and frozen. They were packed really well. They defrosted really well. The quality of the shrimp, very few broken pieces. That in itself tells me that producer is really good at what they do. They thought about, because a lot of times the local, for the first time about 10 years, we just bought about 15 ton of the Texas brown shrimp. First time in 15 years. The reason why we didn't buy it before is because they did a crappy job handling the product. We got a bunch of broken pieces and no finger pack, just random pack, and it was not a very good product. They didn't handle it very well. Even though it was local product, absolute greenness can be on Monterey Bay Aquarium. I would venture to say that this Indian shrimp was at least as good as this brown shrimp. They handled it well through all the value chain. They did everything to make sure that product came to us in top shape.
When we're leaving here and we go for an advocate for aquaculture, what is the biggest argument that we might run up against? And
that's a great question.
What would you say?
Well, first thing is I think that the thing that we've talked about so long, and I think what this meeting is about, is we need to give it a try. There are good business guys, and I'd be one of them. I would be the first. I would start a farm here tomorrow. But it's such a pain in the ass with all licensing and what have you. We're investors in a project called KZO Mussel. It's called California Mussels. We invested with them on their first round, and unfortunately, the president of the company sold out the Coastal Commission, and it's doubtful but they doubtful he'll ever grow muscle. And it's because the Coastal Commission tied him up so bad and made it to where it's economically infeasible for him to be able to, it's a monitoring, I think that was a big thing that he had to, monitor, and the cost is so prohibitive that just, the biggest thing is, let's try it. Let's have one or two guys go out there and give Don Kent, you can talk to next week, he'd be a great, I would vote for him in a minute, to a guy he's partnering up with, this guy named Neil Sims, who owned Kona Kombachi. You guys have read Kona Kombachi before? It's a high-graded yellowtail, great product. He grew it on an island of Big Island in Hawaii. So I think the best thing is just is don't squirm when you hear about aquaculture. But if we could get, that is a great question. I got to think about that. But if we could just talk a little more levelly and say, look at all these other countries that are doing it. I mean, there's the example for us. France, Italy, I know Italy's not it, but Italy's part of Ireland, Great Britain, Australia. I mean, all those, Canada. I don't even think, was Canada even up there? I might have forgotten Canada. All countries with great environmental records and sustainability records. I mean, believe it, the Czech Republic was like one of the top ones. I forgot to put them there too. But it's like, if they can do it, why the hell aren't we doing it? What happens so often is that we think it's unfortunate. Sometimes we think we're better than, but we're not. We're not better than. We're 33. We're 33rd.
Are we concerned that it will disrupt current ecosystems?
We need to take that into consideration for sure. That's got to be one of the considering factors. Absolutely. But there are so many. I believe personally, there's so many places we could do it where we're not. But that's definitely something we have to look at for sure. And we'd have to look at. And again, I think all these countries look at that stuff. They make sure that there's not too much crap underneath the pen and all the things that happen.